So my question was like, why'd you ask me to sing the Chloe and Haley song?
Okay. Like I said, growing up in church, singing is my roots. That's where I started. That's where my passion for the arts started.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was singing from the age of, I'm going to say 9 or 10, like performing, like in front of people since like 10.
For sure.
And I think as I got older, like middle school, I had like the best chorus teacher ever, and she taught me a lot about music, and that's where I just continued to flourish. But I think it came a point where you grow up and you kind of notice the criticism of other people, and I think I let that get to me, and I thought, well, maybe my voice isn't that good, and maybe maybe I should just stop or whatever the case may be. And I think I let fear stop me from actually continuing with music. Like it's not a day that goes by that I don't sing. I sing literally every day. Even when I wasn't singing in front of people, I'm always singing.
For sure.
So every year, it was my New Year's resolution to do music. Whether it was do covers, my own music, whatever the case may be. And this year came around, and I didn't put music on my New Year's resolution. I put move out, have a successful makeup career. Everything, because I thought to myself, I was like, every year I always put it on here and I never do it. I never fall through with it. And
so why not start now?
So this year I kind of told myself, I was like, why am I letting this hold me back? Like, why am I letting fear and whatever hold me back? Because every year I always say I'm gonna do it and I never do. So why not let this be the year that I actually do it? And I started working on my own music, and all that stuff. And in the process, before I even start working on my music, I seen you start posting like the Sing Girl stuff. And I was like, would it be dope if we did a song together? And but it was just like a thought had in my head. I didn't even plan on like acting on it. I just seen it while I was driving one day. Oh, don't use your phone to drive. But I was driving one day and I had seen it, and
Jesus.
I was just like, why not? Like, I spent so many years living in fear and saying, I'm going to do it. And I just, how this might just be me. I have this thing where like, I tell myself, it's not my time to do it. It's not my time. It's not my time. I'm not going to do it. But just because it's not your time doesn't mean you can't start working on something.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Why did you, like, why would you think like, oh, it's not my time. It's always your time. You just got to know when to start.
That's true. I guess, like, I have this running voice in my head that I'm not good enough. So
I felt that.
Yeah, so whenever it comes to, like, putting myself out there, or when it comes to doing something I know I'm so passionate about doing, I would talk myself out of it, just like, girl, like, it's not your time. Just, when it's your time, God tell you it's your time, whatever. And I think one thing, last night I had the same dream about this, and I kept saying in the dream, it's not my time to shine. And I don't know why, but I just kept saying it in the dream. And the people I was saying it to was random as crap.
Who was you saying it to?
I was saying to Angela Bassett, out of all people.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett, Taraji P. Henson. Like,
ooh, Taraji P. Henson.
I was saying it to these people, and I remember...
Now, Taraji, she would have been like, girl, if you just don't go ahead and start.
I think Angela had said something, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was on the lines of basically, just do it.
Do you think that was God's sign of, in your dream, just saying, go ahead and do it?
I think so. Because even to, like, before I went to sleep, I didn't even think about this happening today, like us singing together. I wasn't even thinking about that. I think I was just maybe subconsciously thinking about it, though. Maybe subconsciously it was just like something that's still haunting me in the back of my head. That's why I won't go full force with anything, because I'm like, it's not my time to do it. But that dream last night kind of was like, just do it.
Yeah, because if you never start, you're never going to get there.
True. Like, and looking around at my life right now, I never thought I'd be here. Like, I never thought I would have moved out of my own house. Never thought I would have, had the courage to go on my own and do my own thing. Like, and now I'm here, so I don't understand what's holding me back from just going from here to there. Like, actually going full force with music, actually being passionate about what I'm doing and even do YouTube or whatever the case may be, whatever it is I want to do, and just go for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But when I asked you the question, I low-key just did it out of fear too. Like, I was like, why not? Like,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that night that I had texted you the song, me and Maya was together, and I was just like, yeah, like, me and Asia gonna do a song. We sat there and we tried to find a song to pick and whatever. But I did it strictly out of fear. Like, I'm still scared. But I know.
I can kind of tell sometimes. Because, like, you get distracted real easily.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything. But, like, because that is what my call was to you about today. Like, this morning, I was like, because, like, plus our different schedules. And, like, plus I can kind of sense that there was
the
something.
confidence level.
I wouldn't even say the confidence level. I would just say, like, something wasn't clicking, obviously. And that, for me, it was just like, well, maybe this isn't the right time for her. But then you instantly was like, no, let's just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, because let me tell you this. One thing about myself is that I've been learning lately is I have a fear of putting my all into something and it don't happen or it don't work out or I fail at it. So I think with this, I was like, okay, low key, if I put my all in this and it flopped like hell, I ain't gonna want to try again. So I think that's why I partially put my all into it. Like, I partially did everything. I half-assed it. And
Half-assed it,
I half-assed it. And I think when I was driving out, when I was talking to you, like, I sat back, I was like, girl, don't do that. Like, this is something you know you've been wanting to do for the longest time. And the opportunity is finally presenting itself to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I finally have people around me who can help me and grow me and actually want to be.
Oh, and by the way, I might have two new people who can help us with our music. So
dope. But that is sick though. But yeah, I'm in a place where I had to think about. I was like, girl, don't waste this opportunity. Like,
for sure.
You have people around you who love you, who want to see you succeed, and even if it don't work out, at least you got to learn a lot of experience along the way. And that's where I am now. I was like, I'm just gonna give my all today, even though we did joke around, we did get a lot done too. So
honestly, I feel like, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine.
Honestly, I feel like, because like I did a video yesterday. I was just basically saying how, like, I was so close to giving up because of the whole guy who was helping me record thing didn't work out, and like,
yeah,
I had to, this is like my second time canceling vocal lessons. Like, there's just so many doubts in my mind, but I also had to realize, like, this shit ain't gonna be easy.
No.
Like, you gonna have people who tell you that you suck. You gonna have people who can't even sing, trying to give you constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta believe in yourself more so of what anybody else thinks about you. And that's something I'm still learning about myself as well. Like, that shit is so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand what you're saying. For sure.
That's just where I'm at. Like, but also one thing that I can't let happen, I can't let another 5 years go by and me look back and say I didn't do anything I wanted to do.
For sure.
Because when I was 16, I tried YouTube so many times and stopped. I tried writing music so many times, stopped.
I felt that.
Like, you know what I mean? And I think this year I looked up, and 5 years ago, I'm not still in the same place, but career-wise, I'm in the same place.
For sure.
And I was talking to my friend Julie, and I was like, I don't want to look back another 5 years and not accomplish nothing that I want to do again.
And knowing Jalea, what she say?
Girl, she was like, yeah, because she wanted to do modeling. So she was like, same thing. Like, I remember we was watching James Charles 5 years ago. We was, not in 5 years, it was just like 2016. We was all 17 at the time. Julie was 17, I was 17, James Charles 17. We was like, look at James Charles, like, he's 17 and a multi-millionaire, da-da-da-da. It was like, girl, we need to go ahead and hop on this and do what we gonna do. James Charles is 21 now. I'm 21 now.
He got his own house.
Jalea 21 now. And James Charles done built an empire, and we still trying to get off the ground.
And he got his own. Have you seen his house tour?
Girl, yes. Nice.
Bitch.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
I don't want to let time go by and me not accomplish anything I want to accomplish. So that's why I'm pushing myself. And it's, oh God, like anxiety wise, I'm freaking out. And
girl, tell me about it.
I'm freaking out, but I know if I don't start somewhere, it's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I don't want to look back when I'm 26, 25, even goddamn 23, 22, and look back at this year and realize I did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All I did was work retail and come home. All I did was go work and come home. I don't want to look back at this year and look back and me not create anything. Whether it's starting YouTube, whether it's doing my own music, whether it's us working together, wherever the case may be, I don't want to look back at this year and look back and see I didn't start doing nothing for myself career-wise. When I know I have the ability and I'm capable of doing so, and I have the people around me to help it come true. Like, you know, that's just me being lazy and me being afraid and scared, and I shouldn't let fear stop me from doing the thing I've been wanting to do since I was 6 years old. Like, I shouldn't let that stop me. Like, if the little kid that I was would probably jump on this opportunity and do everything and been happy to do it. But now
I think, like, as we get adults, we're more aware of what people have to say. Because when you're a child, you don't give not a goddamn. You don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Don't give
Most
a
definitely.
shit.
So I think if I don't do this for any other reason, I'm gonna do it for that 6-year-old kid that always wanted to do it.
And also do it for the people who are too afraid to do this.
Most definitely.
But you have shown people that you, like, it's never too late.
Never.
I remember there was maybe, how old was she? She was like 50 years old on America's Got Talent. And she was singing. She's like, yeah, I'm 50 years old, but I'm still going after what I want. And I said,
that's my
Queen, you better.
Exactly. Even for the kids that went through what I went through in high school, like, I went through hell, and I'm still here. I'm still doing, like, I think high school beat my confidence down a lot.
Do you want to explain to people as to why it was hard for you in high school?
Yeah. I think growing up and being different, obviously. I'm not even gonna say being gay or trans or being part of the community, but just being different. And you might not know what that difference is, but people, I didn't know I was different, but people saw the difference.
I feel that.
I didn't know I was different because at home everybody just treated me like I was, you know, we was just family. But when you step outside the outside world and people notice that difference and it don't line up with what they think you should be or who they think you should be or how they think you should be, people make it hard for you. And
hell yeah, that's true, too.
In high school, I think, like I said, people noticed it was a difference with me and made my life a living hell. I lost my confidence because I lost myself, self-harmed. I used to sleep until it was time to go to, like, I would wake up, go to school, sleep immediately after school, and sleep the whole day until it was time to go to school again. Like, it was that bad.
Do you think that's kind of like a coping mechanism?
I noticed that as I got older. When I start, like, growing pains, obviously, you know, you go through a lot of stuff, growing pains. Exactly. I just used to sleep through it. I used to sleep until what I was experiencing outside my real life started following me in my dreams. And I was like, oh, so I can't escape that way no more. So, and I know that, like, I can't escape through my dreams anymore because it's following me. So, yeah. But no, that's something I do because I feel like if I don't see it, I don't have to deal with it. So when I sleep, you're unconscious. You don't have to deal with what's going on. But once you wake up, it's back to reality, you know? And that was something, like, I literally gained 200. I was 260 pounds. 260 pounds. And depressed. All I do was eat and sleep. Had no friends.
Shit, that's what I do now.
Girl. Like, girl.
What was it?
It was so bad to where I would look up. I didn't even want to go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. It's a video, and I'm gonna share it one day. And I remember I was in my room and I was just explaining, and I was just like telling where I was. I said I just want to have friends that get me and that love me for who I am.
And look where you are.
Yeah,
it took a long time, but look where you are.
That video is such a full circle moment. I think I was 18, 19 in that video, girl.
2 years later,
girl. I know I'm 21 and. That video is such a full circle moment. It shows where I was and where, like, how much God can change your life in 2 years.
Isn't it scary?
It's scary, but it's also so much. Just, okay, look at it this way. In 2 years, I gained the best friends I could have possibly asked for. Like, I'm thriving way much more. Like, I'm not all the way where I want to be, but I'm working on towards, like, getting better. Just imagine in 2 more years, like, we're just starting our music. Imagine where we can be in 2 more years.
Bitch. What you telling?
Yeah. But the only reason why I'm saying this stuff is because I know it's people that seem like I'm different. Nobody gets me. I don't know why I'm different, but I'm different. And baby, you like,
I'm different.
Yeah, like,
different. Yeah,
and no matter how hard or how much I tried to fit in and be what people wanted me to be, it never came naturally. I always found myself in a predicament of being torn because I was like, I know who I am and I know who I want to be, but I want to please other people too. Like,
for sure.
It was very tug of war, and I'm just trying to say, like, be yourself. No matter who don't like it, I know at the end of the day, yes, people are going to talk. That's people.
Which is so sad.
This is so sad. It is, but just be who you are. If you love to do music and you're probably the only person in your family doing music, keep doing it. You might be the only person that's doing theater, doing drawing, want to go to college, might not want to go to college. Wherever it is for you, like...
You might be the only one who believes in you. You just keep believing in you because soon people are still looking, whether you know or not. And when you continue to believe in yourself when no one else believed you, sooner or later, people are going to be like, oh,
most definitely.
Oh, damn. Well, let me hop on this train with you real quick because I'm going to support you in whatever you got going on because obviously you passionate about that, for sure.
Once you get that fire under you to do it, that's all you need.
For sure.
Once you get that fire, that's all you need. You don't need 10, 15 people back you up to tell you do one thing. Like, if you passionate about it, go for it. Like, do what you want in that sense, as long as it's not harming nobody else. But, you know,
whoop that ass. No sweat.
But do the things that you feel. Okay, let me say this.
Say it, bitch.
I used to torture myself when I was younger in the sense of, I was like, man, like, I'm not really a singer. Like, I can sing. I'm not as good as such and such and such. Like, maybe God didn't call me to do that. Like, whatever the case may be. But I'm here to tell you, if it's a passion, if it's a thought that you're really passionate about, and it's there for a reason.
Just do it.
It's there for you to actually do. Like, don't think, oh, it's just a thought. Like, I'm not going to do it.
And, like, that's the scary thing. Like, I feel like God be doing stuff. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, people would say, like, oh, I don't believe in him or whatever. And you know what? You believe.
You got the right to believe in what you want to. Yeah.
What you want to believe.
Yeah.
But I seriously believe that there is a God somewhere, like, he literally does things on his own time. Like, it's not about you. It's not about what you... When you have these thoughts, I want to be an actress, I want to be a singer, a songwriter, whatever, producer, whatever, actress, chef, whatever. Yeah. That's there for a reason.
And I don't shy away from that and don't try to downplay the thought. That thought and that passion is there for a reason, especially for me. Like, music is something I always want to do. Acting too, like I always wanted to be an actor. Like I fell in love with both of them at the same time, and it's crazy because if you would have told me this was the year that I actually started working on the stuff I want, like with theater, I didn't think that was possible for somebody like me. Like I didn't think that was even an option for me. I thought I'm a high school dropout. I ain't even finished high school, and you telling me this?
You didn't finish high school?
No, and you telling me?
Are you for real?
For real?
Oh, I thought you finished.
Mm-mm.
I'm a college dropout if I'm.
But for me, it was like when the Lord had gave me the opportunity, I was like, "You serious right now?" Like me, little old me from Greenville, South Carolina, ain't got a high school education. It's just me living at home with my mama. Barely got a situation with a job at that moment, and you telling me you want me to go ahead and audition for this? All right. So I did, but I say all to say is, you never know how things is gonna work out.
For sure.
You never know what the end game is. I'm still figuring out the end game, and I'm not there yet. But girl, at the end of the day, you don't give up on yourself too fast just because you may be a high school dropout, or what, you might have been bullied, or you might be different from the other kids, or whatever the case may be. Keep doing your thing.
Just do it.
That's all you can do. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
And me.
And me.